Today we are going to start Java 8 new features. In yesterday's session we discussed about the collections and collections hierarchy and everything we discussed in yesterday's session. Collection topic is completed. Now today we are going to start Java 8 new features. Okay, and you need to understand Java 8 is completely about functional programming. There is no object concept. We have an object concept, but Java 8 new features are very popular, introduced in 1.8 or Java 8 or JDK 8. You can call anything, guys. Okay, what are the new features introduced in the Java 8? Let me discuss. Even in interviews also, whenever you are attending any interview, they will ask you, hey, do you know Java 8 features or not? And Java 8 features are prerequisite to learn about Spring Boot and microservices also. This is a mandatory topic you should know before going to start our Spring Boot and microservices. So, okay, let me start the session. Okay, now have a look here. What are the new features available in the Java 8? Just carefully observe. Now we know already we have an interface. In interface we have some limitation. To overcome the interface limitation, in Java 1.8 they introduced the default methods in interface and static methods in interface. Till now, before 1.8, static methods, default methods you cannot write in your interface level, but from 1.8 onwards you can write your default methods and as well as static methods also. Okay, Java 8 all collection classes mostly used about these default methods and as well as static methods also. I will be show you what are the predefined interfaces available in Java. Okay, now after that, a functional programming. What is the functional programming? This is not a completely new. In other programming languages already they introduced here, but here the way of writing, okay, using functional programming we will be learning. As part of the functional programming, you need to understand about the functional interfaces. Here already I talked about a interface, but are slowly we are calling as a functional interfaces here. And then Lambda expression, this is a something new. Okay, how we can represent our whatever you are writing the logic with the help of Lambda expression also we can write it. And we have a method references and constructor references and a for each method. Okay, now you know about a for loop method. Okay, iterator, enumeration, and list iterator. We already discussed about these all the methods in the previous sessions. Here we are going to introduce another method called for each method here, not enhanced for loop. This is completely a different. Okay, and a stream API. In order to increase the performance of the application, Java 8 is completely designed based on your operating system level configuration. Even you can talk to our OS. Okay, what is my heap area? I want to run my application multiple CPU cores. That kind of configuration internally streams is using. And a functional API. Okay, under the functional API, predicate, consumer, supplier, and a date and time API. These are all kind of a new features in the Java 8, guys. And in JDBC we have four types of drivers. In Java 1.8 completely they removed type 1 bridge driver is nothing but ODBC JDBC driver. They are completely removed here in Java 1.8 version onwards. And there is a optional class and JavaScript engine. Okay, this JavaScript engine is completely, even you can run JavaScript code with the help of the Java, but now in Java 1.9 completely it is deprecated. Right now no one is using, maybe due to some problems we are not using. This is completely removed in Java 1.9. You will never use throughout your project. So that's why we will not explain this particular module. I mean to say JavaScript engine. Remaining everything we will be discussed, whatever we have all the features. Slowly I am going to start about the default methods in interface here. Okay, these are all called Java 8 new features, guys. Okay, now interface till Java 7. Now inside an interface till Java 7, okay, we can able to declare inside an interface final variables and as well as abstract methods. In Java 8, okay, this is about a Java 7, we can define final static variables is nothing but constants we can define, and inside an interface you can define the abstract methods. Now let me open the notepad file here. Now I mean to say, here you have an interface here, just carefully observe. Okay, how to declare an interface? This is a simple an interface. Here you can define a variable. Suppose you define inside an interface, you can define the constant variables here. Always the best practice, okay, the variable name should be always in the capital case letters, guys, in inside in a interface. Constant variables is nothing but, or we can say, static final variables, we can call this is the module. And we can define, okay, abstract methods we can define inside your interface. There is no implementation, okay, till Java 7. Okay, this is before Java 8, guys, before Java 8. Okay, but after Java 8, okay, lot of modifications are available here, guys. Now this is about before Java 8 and this is after Java 8. Inside an interface, okay, inside an interface you can define, see, one, number one, what we can define, constant variables or static final variables. And number two, we can define the abstract methods. You can define the default methods, and you can define the static methods you can define inside your interface, guys. Okay, after Java 9, okay, now as it is the same, and some more modularity here, even you can define here private methods also. Here you can define the private methods. We don't know, these are the most maximum changes here. This is till, okay, let me write as a till Java 1.7. Okay, after Java 8, after Java 9, we will be discuss what is the use of the default methods and static methods also. Don't worry. Now tell me, if I have a abstract method, who is responsible to provide the logic? Yes, please acknowledge. Who is responsible to provide the logic?
Subclasses.
Exactly. Subclasses need to provide the logic whenever you are defining a interface here. How to define? Okay, let me write a small example so that you may get better idea. Okay, let me create a fresh Java project here. Let me choose the Java project. Now here let me choose 10 comma 2 underscore Java 8 features. Just let me make a side heading. Next and finish here and click no. You are very well about how to create a project, all the things, right? Now here let me create a package here. Okay, now what I can do, com dot java 8 dot interface. Okay, why? Because interface is a keyword we should not use in the package names, so let me keep it as a interface dot world. Just let me make it, okay, we should not use as a valid identifier, interface one. Okay, let me finish. Now have a look here, I am creating as a very simple class. Have a look, guys, let me create a simple A class. Now carefully observe. Okay, now just this is a simple class where let me create a interface here. See here, interface, let me create a interface B. Okay, now suppose you can define static final variable name, suppose db underscore username. Just let me provide some kind of a root. Now just I define a variable called as a string data type. This is a nothing but what, static final variables inside an interface. Always your variable name should be capital case letters. You can use lower case, but that is the bad way of practicing. Okay, another one is called void m1. Just I created some method called m1. This is nothing but, even though you are not declaring, okay, public and abstract, by default whenever you are compiling, okay, compiler will keep like this guys, public abstract here. Still it is a optional. This is the optional, and as well as this is also an optional. Both are optional guys. Now this is, let me keep it as a original one. This is the one. Now who will provide the logic for the m1 method? Now what you can do, just you need to use implements keyword and you need to use the b. Now in that case what should you do, in the a class add unimplemented methods, where it is the provide the logic. Okay, the logic is here. Now let me write system.out.println m1 method executed. Just I written some piece of logic how to execute this m1 method. Okay, using reference I am creating b obj equal to new a object. Why? Because for an interface you can assign your object. This is called loose coupling. Already we discussed about the list, l equal to new array list. Okay, list l equal to new linked list, set s is equal to new. How we created the object, the same structure. My interface as a b obj equal to new a. Now using obj dot m1 method. Now let me run this application, run as the java application here. Okay, m1 method is executed. Now whatever we written, this is, we are following completely object oriented approach. Now the way of written this piece of code completely changed in the java 8. We can write only 3 lines of code, that's it. I no need to create, okay, I no need to write again overriding here, no need to write the duplicate code also. Okay, we'll be discuss that whole thing. This is the interface level. Now let me go to the ppt one more time. Now just let me clarify to you one more point. Interface changes in java. Okay, is everyone clear this example? This is till java 7 how we are writing the code.
Yes, Bhaskar.
Others please confirm. Clear? Gokulnath, Akshaynath, Prabhakar, Pavan, clear? Okay, now have a look here. Now, as already told, for an interface, we can define finer variables, abstract methods, and as well as default methods and static methods also. And you need to understand one point here, default methods. See here, default methods are also known as a defender methods or virtual extension methods. Any name you can call. Okay, default methods also known as a defender methods and a virtual extension methods. Just to remember the point, that's it. No one will ask you. Just for your information I'm explaining. Whenever you are reading any article in the google, you may see this kind of the terminology. That's why I explained here. Hope everyone is clear up to now. Inside an interface we can define final. Now we are going to start the default methods. Now have a look here, default methods in java. Okay, now java uses heavily, okay, default and static methods in collection api. In whole collections, these two methods are very very important here. So that's why, because of collection api, they introduced the default methods and static methods. Then what is the use of default method? Already in an abstract class we can define the methods, but still why I need default methods here? Now see here, until 1.7 onwards, inside your interface, we can take only public abstract methods and static. Just now, whatever explained the Java program, the same, this is the point, guys. Every method present inside an interface is always public and abstract, whether we are declaring or not. Okay, now see, every variable, okay, already is the same point. See, from 1.8 version onwards, okay, we can define default concrete methods in interface, which is also known as a defender methods. A small example, guys. Previously we discussed one example for interface. Just I'm asking again for everyone, have a look, guys. See here, we have a mobile interface. Previously we discussed this example. Again, I'm why we need a default method use case, I'm explaining now. Have a look here. In interface, in iMobile is a interface. I have how many methods? SMS, call, notification, 2G support, 3G support, and 4G support. These six methods we have. Now these six methods are using for, see, geophone implementation, implementing iMobile. Okay, mi light phone implementing iMobile, and as well as iMobile internet support are able to see here. Because of the geo, okay, this guy is interested, hey, I want to support the 5G. So what we done, if we add this particular 5G inside your iMobile.java, what will happen? All subclasses will affect or not? Tell me, guys. All subclasses will affect or not?
Yes, Bhaskar.
Right? Why it is affecting? Inside an interface, whenever you are defining one method, or everyone is, okay, failing part here. Why? Because subclasses needs to take care about the functionality. Okay, if it is a confusion, now what I can do, let me create as a simple interface here so that you may get some better idea. Now what I can do, let me create one interface here, one example. Now test interface I'm creating as I test, just I test. Now see here, void m1 method, void m1 method, void m2 method. Two methods I have here. Okay, for this interface I have two implementation classes. How to create a implementation classes? Let me create as a some kind of, what we can take some example. What we can do, guys, okay, instead of the I test, let me take as a iBank. Okay, rename file to iBank here, so that we can use a specific method names here. Okay, iBank in interface, void withdraw method. Okay, and void I can take deposit method. I have two methods are available here. As of now, I am supporting withdrawing the amount and again deposit the amount. For this particular bank, I have a different types of banks. What are the banks I have? I have a HDFC bank. Okay, and I can create like a Andhra bank. We can create as a Andhra bank, and in the same structure, let me create another bank called as a Axis Bank. Guys, I'm explaining why we need default methods. I'm explaining here, just carefully observe. Now anyone wants to create a new bank, this guy need to support some functionalities. What are the functionalities means? Just you need to implement the iBank here. Now it will be forcefully saying, see, I am getting compile time exception. If you hover here with your control, see here, the Axis Bank must implement inherited abstract method deposit. Now click add unimplemented method. See, withdraw method and deposit method. Now let me do the same thing for every class. Copy and paste it to here. and the same structure. Now these are all kind of a multiple implementation classes. Now where is Andhra Bank? Now implements, right click, add unimplemented methods. Now see here, Andhra Bank, Axis Bank and HDFC Bank. Now this code is working fine. You deployed your application, everyone is using. Now suddenly HDFC Bank came, hey, I want to support another functionality, like I want to support like a phone pay functionality, like a pay you money, else okay, I want to support the loan functionality. Now this guy is saying to the interface level, hey, I want to support some kind of a loan functionality, void loan. Now whenever I am using the loan, it will affect all your child classes or not. See here, Andhra Bank is not asked any requirement regarding the loan. Only HDFC Bank is asking, because of the who is the culprit? HDFC. Because of the HDFC, it is affecting your Andhra Bank, and again it is affecting Axis Bank. All your child classes are affecting or not? Tell me, guys, please. Is it affecting or not?
Yes, master.
Others, please confirm. Are you clear the problem statement? Guys, please acknowledge. Bogesh, Pawan, Prabhakar, you guys clear? Okay, now in before Java 8, okay, how to solve this problem? Before Java 8, how we are solving means we need to create another interface. Now see here, slowly I can say I bank new. I'm creating another interface. Here what I can do, void loan. I am creating another interface only for the iBank new. Now inside my iBank, I am commenting here so that no one will affect. So someone asked a new requirement, I loans department is supporting. Who is asking this guy? HDFC Bank. So what you can do, using the comma, and you can use I bank new, so that we can support loan functionality for the HDFC also. So it will not affect remaining child classes here. Future, any other bank, Axis Bank or Andhra Bank, hey, I want to support the loan also. In that case, this guy will go and implements this particular part. This is till Java 1.7. In Java 1.8, in order to overcome this issue, just you can remove this interface. Even you no need to create your new interface also here. Now I am creating here. Just delete it here and delete. Now HDFC. Now let me remove this whole part here. Now same functionality in Java 8, instead of affecting for the child classes, you can define the default methods. See, void loan, here you can define system.out.println. Okay, you can override loan functionality. Okay, functionality in your child class. Just I written some SOP statement. See, it is not affecting remaining classes. Now whoever wants to use, just you can override here. It will not forceful. See here, there is one method called loan method. Just type the loan and use the control space bar, and that's it. See here, whoever want to use, he can use by using the interface one, and he can able to execute your method. Still it's not optional. Now in this way, default methods are useful. Now future, okay, Axis Bank want to support, just go there And for the backward compatibility purpose, default methods are introduced in Java 1.8. See, Axis Bank I can use, Andhra Bank I can use also. If really they want, they can use. If they are not interested, just you can remove as it is here. That's it. It's very simple about the default methods. Now let me go to some couple of points. Okay, now we can declare default methods with the keyword called default as follows. Here are able to see default as a keyword, and default method cannot override a method from java.lang.object class. What exactly means? We have a equals method, hash code method we have, right? For those methods you cannot define in your interface. Very important point. See here, let me write the equals method. See, you are overridden your equals method. Assume that this is your equals method. If you are try to write, see here, default keyword. See, same logic, system.out.println, see, equals method. Why exception is throwing? See here, a default method cannot override java.lang.object. Inside your object class, we have around 11 methods. See here, hash code, equals, clone, toString, notify, wait, finalize. These all methods you cannot override inside your interface here. So that's why this is a, okay, we should not declare the default methods, and that's why here see, cannot override from. Very important this point, guys. Okay, in interviews they will be asked you some tricky question. Hey, can we override equals method in interface? They will be ask you, I mean to say, default methods can I write? The answer should be no. Okay, now the main advantage of default method is without affecting implementation classes. That means now your HDFC, Axis Bank, Andhra Bank, these classes will not affect if you add default methods. So it is kind of a new functionality to the interface. Even backward compatibility is available, and as well as default methods also available. This is the concept of your default methods. Now note, we cannot override object class methods as default methods inside your interface. Otherwise we will get compile time error. Clear about the default methods? This is a very simple topic. Okay, slowly we are going to add few more points in interface here. This is the concept of default methods. Second, now default methods versus multiple inheritance. As I said, okay, when you are saying as a default methods, maybe in one interface, okay, I can define some method. Okay, I can say some kind of a how I can explain means, yeah, see here, two interfaces can contain default method with same signature, then there may be a chance of ambiguity problem. What exactly means? Have a look here. For every point I'm explaining the program, guys. Okay, now right click, let me create as a new package. Now default methods. Now see here, now I am creating one interface here. Now what we can take, yes, I am taking one interface called left, finish. Okay, inside an interface I have a method called default void m1, system.out.println m1 here. Okay, now let me create another interface. Okay, let me create as a right. Okay, here also same signature in both interfaces here. Now I can say write m1, Here this is left m1, left m1. Now one class is implementing both, then how you can handle? This is called a diamond problem in Java. In case of a multiple inheritance here, inheritance, inheritance demo. Now see here, if I use implements left comma right, see left comma right. Now which method I need to execute? See here, see override default method in left or override default method in right. You should specify explicitly left interface name, then only. Now whoever calling the m1 inside my subclass, see now main method, now left l equal to new inheritance demo. Now L dot M1 method. That's it. M1 method. See, even you can use this one. See, M1 method. Now which one will execute? See, left M1. Suppose if you use the right, then you can use the right M1 here. You cannot override both at a time. So that's why one method is called M1, whether you want to execute the left interface or right interface here. This is the concept behind about a multiple inheritance with default methods. To overcome this problem, we should override default method in the implementation class, else we will get a compile time error. Now see here, suppose if I removing here, see which one I want, there is no use, right? But I want to execute the functionality, then which functionality I want to execute? Either this logic, either this logic here. Clear about this topic about default methods? Please confirm in the chat box. Others? Swarna, Prabhakar, you guys are there? Okay, good. Next, difference between interface with default methods and abstract class. You know very well about what is an abstract class, what is an abstract method. Now see the differences, guys. Every variable is always, okay, public, static, final. There is no chance of instance variable. Non-static variables you cannot define, but in the abstract class you can define constants, you can define the variables. There is no rule. Now inside a interface you cannot declare constructors, but inside an abstract class we can declare the constructors here. Difference between both in Java 1.8 I'm explaining, guys. Okay, inside a interface we cannot declare instance blocks and static blocks, but whereas here you can define the both. Functional interface with default methods can refer Lambda expression, but here in abstract class Lambda expression concept is not applicable. This point I will explain the next sessions, don't worry. Inside a interface we cannot override object class methods, but here you can override object class methods. This is the difference between the interface versus abstract class in Java 1.8. Okay, hope you are clear these points. Now about static methods. In yesterday's session, collections dot sort method are able to see everyone. Min method, max method, those are all kind of a utility methods, helper methods. So those type of methods called as a static methods. See, static methods are used for the utility functions. We cannot override in implementing the class. What exactly means? Now see the example. Now inside a bank, iBank you have here, I want to provide the default logic for every bank. Now I can say static void, okay, follow RBL rules. Some method I written here, system.out.following, every bank must follow, okay, RBL government rules, RBL Reserve Bank of India, RBI, whatever you can, yeah, you want to, every bank must follow the RBL rules. Assume that this method is a, you cannot override in your subclass. In that situation, you can define the static method. This functionality is common for every bank. Now see here, now you have a Andhra bank. If you try to override here, see follow, see I'm not getting the method here. Even if you try to override, you will not get it. So static methods, how to call static methods? Now static methods you can call using ibank dot, see follow bank rules, like this you need to call. Now if I run this application, see every bank must follow RBL rules, like KYC verification, PAN card verification, address proof. These are all every bank need to follow. Those kind of common logic I can keep in a static method, so everyone can apply the same approach here. The same thing here I'm highlighting here. Default methods are used for the backward compatibility. Static methods are used for the helper functions. Default methods can be overridden in implementing the class, but static methods cannot override. Okay, are you clear about the default methods versus static method now? Please confirm in the chat box, everyone. Please confirm others also. Okay, next, hope you are clear till now about default methods, static methods, what is an interface. This is the time we are going to start about a lambda expression, or I can say one more point is also available. Let me have a look here. Yes, lambda expression. Before going to start lambda expression, okay, you need to understand one point here. Okay, see here I written, you need to understand one point called what is functional interface in Java. Okay, without understanding this point, okay, you don't know about the lambda expression. That's why I'm explaining this point. See, what is a functional interface here? Okay, let me save this one. Let me make it as 06 about the notes. And what is the course today? Day 27, Java 8 features, part 1. Okay. Inside interface, okay, you can define only one abstract method and any number of default methods and static methods is known as functional interface. See here the rule. Now I created a interface as a. Now what is my rule here? Inside a interface you can define only one abstract method and any number of default methods and static methods. That means if you want to say this is a functional interface, you should have only one abstract method, void m1. Okay, this is a one functional interface here. This is a functional interface, that's it. This is a functional interface we can call. Suppose this is a valid one, this is a valid. Now this is a invalid. That means interface A. Now void m1 and void m2. If you return, this is not a functional interface, this is a invalid. Clear this point? This is a valid one, this is a invalid. Now I'm writing another use case about valid one. Copy. Now here, see, you can define your default methods. Default void m3. You can write any number of default methods. You can write static methods m4. m4. Okay, now this is also a valid here. Why? Because one abstract method, this is called default method, and this is a static method. Are you clear this point? What is a functional
Yes,
interface?
Bhaskar.
Okay, now have a look here. I am going to explain about a lambda expression. Now see here, Java lambda expressions are the new features in Java 8. The main objective is to get the benefit of functional programming into Java. Okay, if you know the lambda expression, the way of writing code will be reduced. Suppose you are writing 10 lines of code. By using functional programming, I can write 2 lines of code. That much benefit to us. Okay, now lambda expression is just anonymous function. Anonymous means I don't have a name, I don't have a location. Okay, I don't have anything about a anonymous function. Suppose your friend, when I say your friend means you know that guy, but here, okay, when I say function means it doesn't have any name, doesn't have any value, any reference here. See, the function which doesn't have the name, return type, and access modifier, these three concepts are not available. Now lambda expression, also known as anonymous function or closures, this is a technical term, guys. Okay, now lambda expression is a function which can be created without belonging to any class. Suppose if I define a void non-static method, to access your non-static method, you need to create the object. Suppose if you create a static method using the class name, you can access. But whereas to create a lambda expression, it is not belonging to any class at all. I will be show you the example also. Now see here, when you define the lambda object, you are essentially implementing single method from an interface. Just know whatever I discuss a functional interface. For the functional interfaces only, you can refer lambda expression. That is the point here I am highlighting here. Now here I am saying say to refer. Okay, okay, to use lambda expression, okay, we need functional interface in Java. Without a functional interface, there is no use of lambda expression. Combination of lambda expression plus a functional interface are both are interlinked here. Now I am going to show you one example here. Just have a look here. How to convert a normal method into lambda expression, and how to convert method with parameters into lambda expression. I'm going to explain this example, guys. Carefully observe here. Okay, now see here, this is just a testing purpose I'm writing, guys. We will implement the examples, don't worry. Now void m1, suppose this is a method, guys. This is a method, system.out.println some m1 method, m1 method. Okay, to convert a lambda expression. Okay, now see here, carefully observe. At starting point, if you are not aware, you can go for one blindly one syntax. See here, copy as it is, copy, paste it. Here we have a space here. Are able to see everyone? Just you can use open, close. And here M1 is available. Just this one also remove. That's it. This is nothing but a lambda expression. That's it, guys. That is a lambda expression. How to execute, I will explain. Don't worry that point. This is a lambda expression. Here, this M1 method, I don't have any parameters. So I don't have any parameters. Okay, this is my piece of code. This is my piece of code. In order to refer as a lambda expression, I am using this arrow mark. This is a lambda expression. Suppose another example, void M1 int a comma int b. Now, okay, here I am writing, suppose return a plus b. Okay, here suppose your return type as a int. Okay, let me keep it as system.out.println a plus b. Okay, now to implement convert into lambda expression. How to convert into a lambda expression means, as it is, what you can do, copy this whole thing and paste it here, and here you can use arrow mark here. That's it. Now this is a lambda expression. Then how to use, how to apply, I will explain. First try to think about how to convert a method into a lambda expression. Slowly I will be discussed each point now. First of all, are you guys clear this one, how I converted or not? Please confirm.
Yes.
Others, please confirm in the chat box. Okay, now have a look now the diagrams. Okay, now see the slides, you get a more idea. Now see here, zero parameter lambda expression. See here, this first bracket represents no parameters, and this is called arrow token in order to refer as a lambda. See, curly bracket open and curly bracket close. See, body of the lambda expression. This is called zero parameter lambda expression. This is a very first point you need to understand. Okay, implementation level I will be explained, don't worry. Okay, now second, single parameter lambda expression. See, when I say as a single int data type here, int a. Now see arrow mark, open and close. This is about a single parameter lambda expression. Number two, multiple parameters. See here, int a comma int b. A variable, b variable, and system.out.println and hello. This is called body of lambda expression. Now, if you have a return type, see here, returning a value from a lambda expression. See, you can return values from Java lambda expression just like a method. Now see here, this is a opening, this is the parameters. See, I can use the return statement, and what is the value you want to return? Yes, you can return also. This is called body of the expression. See, you can write, okay, more number of lines. Okay, if you have single statement, even this one and this one you can remove also. Now have a look this example. Now if you are returning a value from a shorthand, see, a1 comma a2, return a1 greater than a2. This is the correct. Even this int also you no need to define. See, a1 comma a2, opening and closing here, and here is a semicolon. You are writing only single line, even you no need to write this one. See, is a more simplest form. Okay, to this is a, this is means you can write one non-static method with returning a plus b or a greater than a to something. This is a simple lambda expression. Now based on this knowledge, I'm explaining one example to you. Have a look now. See here, same thing I'm explaining now. Have a look here. Now you have a abstract method void m1. Okay, now how I can define this one, just carefully observe. Now what I can do, let me create as a separate package so that you may get a better idea. Okay, let me create another package, guys. Interface, lambdas. Now here I am creating one class. See here, a. Okay, now I am creating one interface. Suppose b I created. I'm creating one method void m1. Okay, now if you observe here, in the previous example, public abstract void m1, already you defined what is the return type, what is the method name, and what there is no parameters. But again you are duplicating your data. See here, only the change for this line and this line is only this logic. Instead of writing overriding, instead of doing implementing, I can write in a very simplified manner. Now see, what is the reference b, right? Try to write the b obj equal to, now as I told to you. Okay, see, this is a open bracket. Okay, and use arrow mark and curly bracket open and close, system dot out dot println m1 method, semicolon, done. Now obj dot m1, that's it. Right click, run as java application. See, m1 method is executed. The same code here also, try to see here, both are same, but how many lines of code is reduced here? See, you no need to write this part, you no need to override like this. Just now we can call this is a functional interface. If you want to say explicitly, just you can apply at the rate functional interface here. If you try to define another method void m2, you will get a compile time exception. See here, invalid annotation. Suppose if you remove this one, it will affect here. See here, target is not a functional interface. The rule is you should define only one abstract method, then only this rule is applicable. Now this is called a lambda expression. Okay, now same thing, let me write for the parameters. Now have a look here, so that you will be comfortable with more number of examples here. Now file, let me create as a let me take some let me create as a another class, let me take as a addition impl. Okay, now main method. Now see here, slowly I'm writing another method. See guys, interface I addition, this is an interface void add int a comma int b. Already you're defining all the parameters. See, this is a interface here. Now I'm explaining who is the target audience. I addition, obj equal to curly bracket open, arrow mark and close. Now I have two parameters. Now as it is a copy, and here you can write your piece of code, system dot out dot println a plus b, simple, and use semicolon. This is, and you can use obj dot add method 10 comma 20. Now see here, run as java application. See, 30 is printed. Why? Because using obj I am referring a lambda expression. This is nothing but a lambda expression, guys. Now the same piece of code, another way I can write, copy and paste it, obj1 obj1. See here, already you know, compiler know this is a int data type and this is a int data type. Why unnecessary to define a int? Just remove the int here. Now this is also a valid one. Now see, 20 and 30. Now right click, run as Java application. See 50. The same piece of code I can write another way. Same. I'm making a shorthand, guys. See here. Now here you are writing single line. Why to define again curly bracket? Just remove here. Just remove. That's it. Your job is completed. OBJ2. See 200, 300. Now right click, run as Java application. See 500. Are you clear how to create a Lambda expression?
It's myself here, Bhaskar.
Others?
Yes, Bhaskar.
Here you can define default methods. No issue at all. See default M1 method. No issue. Here you can define static method M2. No issues at all. But if you try to do another abstract method, then compiler will throw void M2. See, it will throw, okay, let me make it M3. See, your Lambda expressions are invalid. Why? Because this is a one abstract method and this is another abstract method. Inside your I edition, you define two abstract methods. That's why it is throwing. To restrict from other developers, whenever you are defining, just you define here functional interface. That's it. If you know this logic, whole collection topic is very easy. Whatever you are doing, comparable, comparator, you can write a single line of code using this part. You no need to define compare to, compare multiple sort of sequences. All lines of code will be reduced into a single line if you know Lambda expression and functional interface. So that's all today's session. Let me show you some points here. See, Lambda expressions are effectively just methods. Lambda expression can take parameters just like methods. The parameters have to match of the single interface. Can have a 0 parameters or more number of parameters. If you have more number of parameters, you should be used as a comma here. This is the point here I'm highlighted here. Where is that? Okay, I'm not able to click, guys. Why? Okay, this is called commas. If you have a now, where is that? This is called 0 parameter Lambda expression, and this is called multiple parameters Lambda expression. Multiple parameter Lambda expression. Now functional interfaces. Okay, we will be already, you know what is a functional interface. Tomorrow I will be show you these points, not right now. It's already 10 o'clock, right? Guys, tomorrow no class. I will let you know Saturday timings. Probably I will be taking the morning session around 10 to 12. Maybe I will let you know the timings tomorrow EOD. Tomorrow no class. Okay, please be practice whatever till now I explained. If you are comfortable to write these programs, next sessions will be very easy to you. Clear?
Okay, Bhaskar. Can I take section on 11 to 12 or 11 to 1?
I will let you know the timings. Okay.
Okay.